And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you click that subscribe button so you can be tried for real. Hey tribe, it's me, Kiki T, and I am back for another video with you ladies. Today, I am going to be sharing the book of the month for December 2023. But disclaimer, before I start talking about the book, I just want to put a disclaimer out there that one, Charlie caught a respiratory infection, and so I've been feeling like my sinuses. I think she caught the flu before I took her to the doctor. But when I got her to urgent care, they said it was a respiratory infection, and my sinuses have been draining, which is why I sound a little bit like nasally right now. And the other disclaimer is that I have my Trello notes to the side on my laptop. So if you see me like side-eyeing, it's because my notes are on the side. But today we're going to be talking about the book of the month, which is Single and Secure by Pastor Rich Wilkerson Jr. Let me show you. Single and Secure. Pastor Rich Wilkerson Jr. He's the pastor of VOO Church. I think they're in Florida. But I found out about Pastor Wilkerson because he preached at Transformation Church in Oklahoma with Pastor Mike Todd, and that's usually the church that I go to. If I don't go to Transformation Church, I go to Elevation Church with Pastor Stephen Furtick, which is also one of my faves. So I found out about VOO Church when he preached at Transformation Church, and he put out a book. I don't remember when he put this book out. Let me look. It was a couple of years ago, I think. And when he put it out, I bought it, and I'm just now reading it through for the first time. Like, I read a few pages before 2022. He put it out in 2022, so just a year ago. But I'm really trying to make a habit of reading more, at least one book a month. I finished last month's book in like half of a month, and then I started on this book, so I'm already kind of halfway through. I'm on page like 100. I'm on page 109 already. So I'm pretty I'm pretty into the book. It's a pretty good book. I've gotten a few revelations, and I'm going to share one of those with you, something that stood out from the book so far. I'm going to share with you. But yeah, I'm just like really trying to read more and like expand my mind and just get into the habit of learning something new and get off of social media so much. I have been, if you follow me on Twitter, which I know most people don't because my Twitter is like really small, and I kind of like it like that. I kind of like it that way. But if you do follow me on Twitter, then you know that I've been on a social media like detox, really trying to get off of social media just like for scrolling, and really just trying to be on social media just to be able to grow my platform and not so much just scrolling mindlessly, because it really is draining and like mentally draining, and it's really a big waste of time because there's so many other things that I could be getting done, but because I'm so used to scrolling through my phone, like I don't take the time out to read, or I don't take the time out to do just other things that I could be doing in real life, and like stop living through my phone so much. I don't know why I feel that it's necessary at this stage in my life, but I really don't like social media. I've never really liked social media. But with wanting to grow my brand and with wanting to grow my platform, it has become like a very not important's not really the word, but for lack of better words, it's become an important part of my life. And I've really been trying to like figure out how to grow my social media and how to use social media, because I'm not like the best at social media, but it is distracting at the same time, because even though I'm trying to figure out the algorithms and figure out how it works, like usually I'm not scrolling on social media for that. I'm usually just scrolling because I got caught scrolling. Like I'll get stuck scrolling for hours and hours, and I really don't like that. So replacing that social media time with reading and other things, figuring out other things that I like to do, I think is really a part of me becoming in this season of my life. And I really just want to be like, I really want to grow, not mature wise, because I am pretty mature for my age, but just like grow um like aesthetically, for, if that makes sense, like how like my appearance. I want to improve my appearance. I want to be like, I'm 26 now, if you all don't know, and it's not giving grown and sexy, and I'm really ready for it to give grown and sexy. So I'm really focused on that, to like just really growing and not spending so much time like just scrolling through social media for no reason. So one of the main takeaways that I've gotten from the book so far is this part of the book. He's talking about the story of Ruth and like getting rid of bitterness. You know, if you've read the book of Ruth, Naomi, which is Ruth's mother-in-law, she became really bitter because she lost her husband and her sons, and had to move back to like her home country. And so she became really bitter. And so this part of the book is talking about how you should like replace bitterness with forgiveness, and how you can like become bitter with God or bitter with life. So I'm going to read to y'all a little bit. It says, quickly turns into anger and accusation, and maybe you need to release the bitterness you've held because things haven't turned out as you expected. And this part of the book really hit home for me, because things have not turned out how I've expected them to, even though I felt like I was being the most obedient to God that I knew how, but things still haven't really turned out how I expected them to. So I don't feel like I've grown bitter, but I do feel like there's room for me to forgive life a little bit more, and just realize that even though things haven't turned out like according to my plan, that God's plan is ultimately greater, and like it's not over just because it's not like turning out how I thought it would turn out. So the book continues to say, maybe it's not what other people did, but rather something you did, and now you're struggling with regret and shame. Sometimes the hardest person to forgive is yourself. You have to let your mistakes go as well. Your past decisions do not define you. You are a child of God, and His grace is bigger than any error you could ever commit. You have to forgive yourself so that you can move into the future He has for you. Whether you've held bitterness against other people, life, God, or yourself, there is a better way. It's called faithfulness. Ruth had also been hurt deeply, but she didn't change her name because of it. She didn't turn her loss into her identity. She simply remained faithful, and her faithfulness became the foundation for her future. So that was like a big takeaway for me. Just because like the whole move to Georgia, I still don't really understand why I even was told to move to Georgia, or if I was told to actually move to Georgia, or if I was just told to move and I was actually supposed to move to California, like when God told me to move. I don't know. I tried to understand these things, and it just I still don't understand. I'm sure maybe one day I will understand, or I will like realize the purpose of moving to Georgia. I do think I grew a lot, just in my relationship with myself and with my relationship with God. I think it did grow me in my faithfulness, just because I like God, just because you don't always understand why God is telling you what he's telling you to do, but it's more important that you do it out of faith, and that you are willing to listen to his word and what he's telling you to do. And even I think before starting this book, Single and Secure, I think I was even a little bit bitter about not having my husband yet. And I think that part of the book that I just read to you really hit home too, because it's like, just because you're not with the person you thought you were going to be with, or you thought was your husband, doesn't mean that your husband isn't coming. And I just think it's a really good book to like self-reflect, and to grow in your single season. Like, it's a pretty good book. I would recommend it, which is why I'm sharing it here on my YouTube channel. This is the book of the month. If I get like more revelation on anything that I would like to share with you, or that God would like me to share with you, then I will come on here and share more. But I'm like halfway through the book, so I don't know, like, I haven't gotten all of the revelations and I haven't finished the book yet. So, but it is a really good book. I would recommend it. So yeah, I'm gonna show you the cover again. So if you guys want to, if you ladies want to go out and buy it, or go, I think I went to like his website and bought it when it was first coming out. I think I pre-ordered it. But Single and Secure, I recommend it, seriously. This book is really making me realize how much I need to just continue to focus on myself when it comes to like my marriage promise. It's just really making me realize how much I need to continue to focus on myself, and really focus on growing who I am, and stop worrying so much about who my husband is, where he is, and why he isn't here yet. Not that I don't think about those things, or not that like I don't want to know the answers to those questions, but I think there's a lot of places with myself that I could still be developing while I'm waiting. So I hope this is encouraging to whoever needs to hear this. I hope that like my tribe is focusing on what's important in this present moment, and not so worried about the future. The book also talks about how worrying is like not believing in God, but I'm gonna let you read the book yourself. But yeah, I think like this is a really good book for my single season, and it's really like helping me grow mentally in like my singleness, and just being more focused on myself. So there will be another video coming out. I bought some false eyelashes, like some individual eyelashes that I'm gonna home DIY. That's gonna be my next video. I'm probably gonna record it after this because I have to go into work tomorrow. I think I'm gonna do a voiceover for the next video. So I'll see y'all in the next one. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you click that subscribe button, so you can be tried for real. And if you're not tried, like, what are you doing? Like, if you watch this whole video and you're not tribe yet, like, why haven't you subscribed yet? But anyway, I'll see y'all in the next one, and I love you, and I hope this week is going well for you. And even if it's not going well, I pray that you would see the goodness of God, and that you would remember and meditate on the fact that all things do work together for the good of those who love Christ and are called according to his purpose. I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.